NoeG.
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid. What?
What's that noise?
Alphen, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance, too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Xion? Xion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renan top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that Wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Heros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cislodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave. That's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this Wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird light shoot out with it?
Where are these Foreland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
All glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silent! Traitors like you shall never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
You picked the wrong fight!
None shall escape my Leave the enemy's arms to me!
They smite with no place here!
Come on, come on!
Freezing storm!
Raising you a bloody holiday!
Here I go! I'm only
No further! Blazing flash! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Benediction light.
Soaring Alphen!
Can you take it?
Here's evil! Where are you going?
Soaring Alpha!
Glacial spear! Here's evil! Freeze
Watch it! I'm not done! Soaring Alpha!
Back into freezing storm!
Soaring Alpha!
Bestow thy mercy.
Soaring Alpha!
What a relief!
I'm on your deck, Dohalim.
Then tonight's meal is on you.
Soaring Alpha!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes through ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go. What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out, like our old weapons we're not using anymore. They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure filled with memories.
How's that for a kick? I'm getting better, right?
Quite. I'll be relying on your fancy footwork.
Does fancy footwork mean running away like a chicken?
No!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crook.
I used to be a soldier who served a Danan master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being...
A Danan master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years...
You must fight using real Danan techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles. It's incredible, and also a little surreal to see those arts.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler. Only to end up turning my sword on the ruling Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a...
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
dispose of the trash.
Now I can let
They
loose.
got me flanked!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'll grind you into dust!
Is it even natural?
Sword Rain Alpha!
They smite the blackened flame!
Too fast!
10 pounds! I'll trip it up!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Take this!
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'll grind you into dust!
I'm ready!
This calls for a celebratory drink. You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
Retreat if you know what's good for you!
Eat this! Sword Rain Alpha! Ignite!
Here's evil!
You're mine!
I can shatter any steel!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Flying free!
Leave the enemy's art to me!
Sion, can you take care of that?
No sooner said than this ends now!
Consider yourself finished! With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart. It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers we encountered might have known about it.
Azure Storm! Damn it!
This one's mine!
Thanks, Sion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
I shall seal you where you stand!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Azure Storm!
Prepare to be sealed, oh beautiful. Actually, perhaps found is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
They strike with blackened blade!
None shall escape my...
We barely managed to turn that battle.
You don't need to sound surprised.
Perhaps I'll put more faith in you then.
Well, I certainly won't argue.
Kikara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! I'm on it, so deep. Clear for us a path.
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm ready. Eat this!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
No choice! Azure Storm! First strike! Sword Rain Alpha!
I'll face you.
None shall escape my...
I'm ready.
Law, get toasty!
Burn strike!
right! Next one! Your wings won't save you from me!
Abyssal deep. Clear for us up
Glacier
fast.
Spear! Here's the eagle! The very man... I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours.
Rending you a bloody howling. On your knees.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
I'll thank you.
Here we go! Law, get toasty!
Bird strike.
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all...
Ow!
Azure Storm.
Freezing storm!
Come on.
In a bind?
Do it! Boom!
I knew we could count on you.
As we all count on your courage.
Aw, shucks.
I never
You're
missed.
welcome.
Sword Rain Alpha.
The freezing storm! Do it! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Sword Rain Alpha.
The freezing storm!
Rising Falcon.
I swear this one's mine!
Smash you! We got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure we
Law,
keep it.
get toasty!
Bird strike. I'll face you.
Sword Rain Alpha.
Like we're gonna lose the small fry.
Looks like some solid equipment.
Azure Storm.
One more!
Sword Rain Alpha.
The freezing storm! This one's mine!
Rending you a bloody howling.
Take this. Sword Rain Alpha.
Easy and snelling to me. Yeah, and totally to me.
Sword Rain Alpha. Burn. Strike.
Glacier Spear!
Sword Rain
Here's the
Alpha.
eagle!
Penumbra.
Ready and real. We got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause Law's
Azure
on.
Storm. Sword Rain Alpha.
I tornado!
First strike.
There! Nicely done. Get lost!
Azure Storm. First strike. Sword Rain Alpha.
I can carve through armor.
Dark Wind.
Down on the ground.
Healing circle!
Now I can let loose.
I'm sorry to be alarmed.
We've all got enough on our
Now I
plates.
can let
Yes,
loose.
ma'am.
We barely managed to turn that down.
You don't need to sound surprised.
Perhaps I'll put more faith in you then.
Well, I certainly won't argue.
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action. My fists are crushing it out there.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegis?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renis Alma, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Halim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegis may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell, are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her. Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegis along with the Wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the Wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the Wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelagian.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the two of them have in common is that they're both Renins.
Okay, you two. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you say we fight that shiny enemy?
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Intended take this!
That's enough! Take it! Azure
Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Hear me! Flame of
I'm not
fury!
with you!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Here's evil!
Let's do it!
That's like you! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
First strike! Sword Rain Alpha!
Attack time!
I'm ready!
Doling! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
No choice! Azure Storm!
Might with Blacklet!
Flash
Flame of fury! Burning strike!
Glacial Spear!
Here's
Sword Rain
evil!
Alpha!
Rending you apart!
First strike!
Freezing storm!
No further!
Sword Rain Alpha! Sword Rain Alpha! Here I come! No escape!
Freeze laser!
We're in good form!
Get lost!
Azure Storm! First strike! Sword Rain Alpha!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
We barely managed to turn that battle.
You don't need to sound surprised.
Perhaps I'll put more faith in you then.
Well, I heard you won't argue.
Sword Rain Alpha! First strike! You're mine!
Can you take it?
Sword Rain Alpha!
Where are you going?
First strike!
Freezing
Take this!
storm!
I'm on Sword Rain Alpha!
Ice tornado!
I'm ready!
It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle!
I'm on Sword Rain Alpha! Air pressure! You're not holding any?
I am only
Sword Rain
beginning.
Alpha! Seriously?
A victory for the ages.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
La,
Yeah, we're getting close.
What's with that shining foe?
Looks like trouble with a capital T.
Together, we got this! Sword Rain Alpha! Does it hurt? Burn in hell! Sword Rain Alpha! Do it!
Redwell! Astral energy! Full throttle! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
An opponent like this should be easy. Sword Rain Alpha!
be careful not to overdo it.
Sure you survive this.
I'll do better.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Eat this! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Scream, bathed in blood.
I'm on it! Sword Rain Alpha!
Armor won't save you!
Our weapons are the sword and...
Fists and...
Staff.
And you ruined it. No backing down!
Azure Storm!
I'm only
Sword
gonna
Rain
do
Alpha! Plasma Shot!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Can't get out of this!
Glacial
You're mine!
Pierce evil!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Freezing storm!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm ready! I'll grind you into dust!
My fists are crushing it out there!
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll... Don't get careless.
Azure Storm!
Don't tell me!
Air pressure! Sword Rain Alpha!
Come and get it!
They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious!
Come and get it! Ready and ready! We got the advantage!
Good.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Bestow thy mystic mercy.
Freezing storm!
Yeah, appreciate the concern.
The sooner you stop thanking, the sooner you can start helping.
Do it! I mean, get toasty!
Bird strike! Those bombs of yours are amazing!
Who needs a gun when you can send them flying?
This'll make us even more... more formidable.
We made it to Cislodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
This should be a good place to fight.
Wow, Kisara! It's so big!
You're talking about my shield, right?
Oh, good. We can cross through here. Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Rinwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back, as soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Harros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cyslodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah. Now we can focus on finding a ship.
It's...
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people...
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
all well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almedria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it.
Out of our way!
Azure Storm! Sword Rain out!
Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Harros should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. And knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Harros would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legil, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, Everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand. Turn the tables on it.
There are still more left.
How are you? Right. No time to hold back. Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good?
Play along, would you?
An opponent like this should be easy.
Here I go.
Down on the front.
Fire ahead.
Coming Sword Rain Alpha!
A freezing storm.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Coming through!
You made quick work of it! Want me to pick up? Just pointing it out!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Reflect on light sting.
Never mind.
Black and gray!
Did you see?
Sure did. The part where you swung and missed, right?
Not that part!
Oh. You know, don't you think we're running a little low on food?
I guess we are. Looks like there's a place to fish over there.
Oh, what do you know? I'll go catch us some dinner.
You could have just said you wanted to fish.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Did we really just spend that much money?
Sleeping on the ground beneath the heavens like this? Why, it's hot.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Do you mind if we chat a bit?
Now there's something I never thought I'd hear you say.
Remember when we talked about what it was like for me growing up? Well, I thought it only fair that I also get to ask what you were like as a child.
My childhood? Maybe you missed the memo that was going around, but I can't remember anything of my past.
I know. Just whatever you can remember. There's gotta be something, right?
Let me think. Well, have I ever told you about my army days? Back when I used to serve under a Danon master?
Yeah, but that must have been after you were already grown up, right? Do you happen to remember anything from back when you were younger?
Actually, I remember I had a kid with me.
You had a kid?
No, of course not. The child's father was another soldier. Back in those days, we risked our lives for a master we'd never even seen. We just fought for them and didn't even question it. When that kid's dad died and I saw them sitting there crying, I felt this bitter, indescribable feeling. It was like I was drinking something toxic that I knew I shouldn't, but couldn't stop. It was strange. I never understood why I reacted like that. Soldiers died every day. It wasn't anything new.
What it tells me is that deep down, you were the same man then as you are now. You've never been able to accept injustice in the world.
If you keep talking like that, you're going to embarrass me. I wonder whatever happened to that master and poor kid. Not that there's any way of knowing now. You know, I just remembered that kid was good at sewing dolls. They gave me one once. It was a good luck charm to protect me.
Dolls? I'm looking forward to breakfast. Morning. Ready to head out?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
We finally made it. Huh? I think someone's calling out for us. Seriously?
I guess.
What?
All right.
Huh?
You did it!
What is?
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
That Zoogel's in our way.
choice.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha!
Flying free! Why can't they just sit still?
Can't get out of this!
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than
Sword
done.
Rain Alpha! Try harder! Last but done! First strike!
Excellent technique.
How are your weapons holding up?
Best not to give me any ideas.
You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha! Last but done!
Do it!
Stardust!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Glacial Spear.
They
Pierce
smite with
evil.
blackened blade!
Azure Storm!
Freeze Lancer!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Freaking does it! Pierce evil!
Sword Rain Alpha!
No arts are being interrupted.
Here's a healing art!
You're mine! Burn!
I don't know what I'd do without
Where
you.
are you?
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Glacial Spear. Pierce evil.
Can you take it?
Smash you!
You're mine!
Rain Alpha!
A thrilling performance. Take this!
I'm on it!
Will this help?
A new melody!
Okay, here I go.
Snake of the abyssal
Azure Storm!
of that!
I'm sorry to be a loss.
No
We've all
further!
got enough.
Yes, ma'am.
Death shall not be
You're
forgotten.
mine.
Snake of the abyssal deep.
Sword Rain Alpha! Try this!
Here's a healing art.
You're mine! Azure Storm!
Spear.
Sword Rain Alpha!
They smite with blackened blade.
Freeze Lancer.
Azure Storm!
Execution!
First strike!
Confiscate!
Eat the dirt.
Surges through me.
This one's mine.
Azure Storm!
Sighted. I'm only getting...
Benediction light.
Ignite!
Anything in armor is all
I owe you
mine.
one.
Glacial Spear. Pierce evil.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Freeze Lancer.
The picture of hell.
Sword Rain Alpha! Try this!
Healing circle.
I'm on it.
I owe you one.
I'll smash you!
And again.
Inspiration! I could do this all
Will this
day.
help?
First strike! Azure Storm! Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Here's a healing art.
Azure Storm!
First aid.
I'm on it! Sword Rain Alpha!
Freezing storm.
I'm not done!
Nothing gets by me.
I pushed it on.
Benediction light.
Here I go. Not on my watch. And again.
I'm on it.
Started. Will this
Sword Rain Alpha! The flame inside me yearns!
Trying to take us out.
Life will go quiet.
take my journey?
The abyssal deep.
What a relief.
For us a path.
Leave the enemy's arts to me.
No place here.
Azure Storm! Sword Rain Alpha! Try this! Blending Flash!
Take I hope this thing is medically
Bestow
approved.
thy mystic mercy.
Hear me. Flame of
Azure
fury.
Storm!
This one's mine.
We must be tired killing.
I'm merely doing what I can to help.
Glad you're on out.
Seismic Rupture! Blending Flash!
Ready to kill you all.
Azure Storm!
Eat this.
Healing
The
circle.
finishing blow.
You'll need to beat me to it, kid.
I'll take on that challenge. Take this.
First Rain Alpha! Wide open!
It won't escape me.
Blending Flash! Sword Rain Alpha!
Freezing storm.
Blending Flash!
I'm in your deck, don't worry.
And tonight's meal is on you.
You've got it.
Here's a healing art.
Azure Storm!
I'm on it.
Last but done! It's gonna attack!
Right. Watch out.
Bestow thy mystic mercy.
Azure Storm!
Do it.
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Sure.
Right!
Yeah.
hell if it ain't the Blazing Sword and his merry crew.
Mahavar? I can't believe you're still alive.
Course I am. If you landlubbers can make it out of that sinking ship alive, ain't no reason an old sea dog like me wouldn't too.
Yeah, but that wave hit hard. I'm glad to see you're okay. Sorry we put you in so much danger back there.
All water under the bridge at this point. You helped make one of my life's dreams come true. The ship, on the other hand, she took a bit of a beating, though, I'll admit.
Really? What happened to it? It looks fine to me on the outside.
She's fine now, but she was in rough shape when I made it back here. Engine chamber gave up the ghost. Without a lot of options, I decided to talk to the head honcho of the Dark Wings and see if he could help at all. And wouldn't you know it, Crazy Fool sent over Renin engineers to help. Can you believe it?
Renin?
Yep. Said they came from Menancia. They were real professionals. Did what they needed to and didn't give me guff or anything. I was damn near floored.
So they did the work themselves. Good on them.
Well, they did a bang-up job, because she's better than ever now. Speaking of which, I take it she's why you're here?
Yes. We need to get out on the ocean, and fast. When can we set sail?
Give the man a minute to think it over, Alphen. He hasn't even said yes yet.
It's all right, little lady. I'm a man of the sea. I'll gladly help. Hop aboard, folks.
This thing already looked plenty huge from afar. Seeing it up close makes it really hit home.
I didn't expect the journey to go so smoothly. I figured the Renins would send something to sink us.
Maybe they didn't think we had the nerve to come.
Somehow I kinda doubt that.
It's entirely possible they don't see us as a threat.
What do you mean?
That they think they're beyond our reach. Still, this structure is quite the unusual sight. Truth be told, never seen anything like it.
You're right. It doesn't look like the buildings on Lenegis at all. Or like any Renin structure for that matter.
It's weird. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing that has people inside either. Yeah, it's definitely something creepy. What the hell is it even made of?
I don't know. It's not mechanical or biological, but it's definitely alive in some way.
Shion?
I'm okay. It's nothing.
Well, what do we do now?
We have to stop this thing from siphoning off all of Dana's astral energy. That means finding the core and smashing it to bits.
Okay, but look at the size of it. I don't know if we'll find the core just wandering around.
Good point. Can anyone get a read on the astral energy around us? Any kind of a sign?
There's a rather enormous flow of energy moving directly upwards. If we wish to follow it, we'll have to do some climbing.
Rinwell?
Over there?
Hey, what's up with you?
Huh?
You okay? What happened?
I'm not sure. When I was reaching out to the astral energy, I thought I heard a voice.
A voice?
Yeah. I couldn't make out any words, but it sounded like it wanted me to come to it.
This seems like a trap, right?
It's not a trap.
How can you tell?
Listen, I don't know why, but when it spoke to me, I knew it wasn't hostile.
What do you think?
It could well be a trap. However, it's also our only real option short of wandering aimlessly about.
Let's trust Rinwell on this.
You sure?
Yeah.
It beats the alternative, I guess. What did I say? Sheesh, it's like walking on eggshells around here.
Sometimes you have to choose your words more carefully, Law.
Huh? Oh, right.
It's noisy in here, isn't it?
Things should calm down a little once we're through with this place.
Optimistic as always.